The city woke like a verdict being read aloud, and I stood by the window with the dawn touching the edge of the glass and the weight of a ring that glittered as if to remind me that every light has a shadow. And I am Helena Montez, 35 years old, a senior bank executive in New York City, a woman who learned to turn numbers into arrows and leverage into safety for the many, while keeping a private ambition as sharp as a newly drawn blade. A hunger to lead a great institution from the inside out and to prove that power can be earned with grace and not bent to a single private wish. And the personal event that frames this episode is the quiet, relentless belief that love can be a true partner in the climb, even as it tests your resolve. Because I said yes to love, to a man who seemed to be the living proof that two people could rise together. And at first, his charm felt like a warm wind at my back, pushing me toward the kind of life I had earned and deserved, the life in which I will. The moment came when the deal, the one we had spent years shaping to prove that our philosophy of risk and reward could lift up thousands of families, reached a fork that would either be steered by private appetite or guided by public good, and I could feel the tension in the air like a held breath, as if the city itself leaned forward to see which wind would win. And I realized that the only way to stop the drift toward a private gain that would siphon away the trust of our clients and the faith of our investors was to turn the personal truth into a public obligation, to reveal the gaps between the promises we had made in the name of partnership and the reality of how those promises were being translated into actions that favored one man's ambitions over the entire bank's long-term health. And so I prepared to do something I had once thought would be a betrayal of the deepest kind. Yet I knew it was the only way to restore balance, and the only way to honor the vows I still held to the... If you love Helena's journey, like and subscribe to join her next chapter. The next page awaits a woman who has learned that the hardest vows are the ones you keep when the city needs you most. That the finest protection you can offer those who depend on your judgment is the willingness to walk away from a dream that hurts more than it helps. And that a life built on honesty, even under the glare of the spotlight, can be more powerful than any love that cannot bear to see you rise. Stay with me, keep listening, and see where the next door opens, because the skyline always has another rung for a woman who dares to climb. And I am ready to climb again, with the same careful steps and the same relentless hunger, because the work never ends, and neither does the story, and the story belongs to all of us who dare to demand a better future from the world we help to finance. If you want to follow Helena's journey, subscribe to see what happens next.